What's going on, y'all? So listen, y'all, we back again for Love and Hip Hop New York. Bitch, I just woke up. Don't so. It's been a tie. I've been working all week, and this is the first day that I had off, including the weekends and everything. So, you know, pardon me, bitch. Okay, but Love and Hip Hop New York. When this shit going off? This a part one. I said, bitch, ain't y'all supposed to be going on to the fucking reunion already? What the hell is happening? Why we getting all these goddamn episodes for this boring ass season? I am so disappointed. Like, let me tell y'all something. We already know that for some reason, Love and Hip Hop. I don't understand how come the original series that started off this whole thing is the most lackluster. Maybe because it went through so many changes in the cast or whatever, but it just I really feel like this series of the franchise has run its course, okay? Because at this point it's like they pulling at straws. They pulling at straws and they getting characters on here that are inauthentic and they're repeating storylines. I mean, we see them repeating storylines in every, franchise, every series of this franchise, you know what I'm saying? But it's just so much clearer and so much more obvious on this season, all right? And it's like, God damn, it's draining as hell. But we still gonna watch that shit and eat it up. Just to talk shit. So this episode is St. Martin's part one. Okay. And picks up where I left off last week. Last week, Yandy thought it was okay to bring the girls together and to see if they can get this shit out the way, okay? Let's sit down, let's have mature conversations. And I was like, we already knew this shit wasn't gonna work. Good idea. Good idea. But what you trying to do is on a level for people who understand what they did wrong and are willing to participate and willing to put and bury the hatchet and who are mature enough to do so, okay? And who are older. I mean, some older people do be acting out their ass, but these are really, really young kids, okay? And you know how when you was in your early 20s or whatever, some of y'all was just out of control. And they got the big heads. That's what's going on with this shit, okay? So, you know, everything started out fine, and then all of a sudden, Bianca was like, tell the truth, tell her why I did this, why I did that. I understood where she was coming from, and, that's when Bree was like, okay, fuck it. I'm going to put away this little bullshit ass facade that I'm saying. Use a motherfucking thought. I'm going to get real with your ass. Use a fucking thought. You this, you that, you that. And Bianca, she gets up, of course, and she try to fight the bitch, okay? Next thing you know, here comes Dream Doll. This is where shit really got fucked up at. Because it could have literally, they so about this. Well, if you get into it with my friend, I'm going to jump in, and then my friend going to jump in and all this stuff. Why can't your friend just handle their battle between them two? Because this ain't had shit to do with Dream Doll. None of this shit had anything to do with Dream Doll nor Mariah. Dream Doll inserted herself into this shit, and Dream Doll pulled Mariah into it. So Mariah just came back down from shit when you come at her. So that's what the fuck happened. And it's like, Bianca and Bree should have just handled this shit out, okay? And I honestly feel like they should have just met one-on-one with them two, let them two sit that shit out, and then do the same thing with Mariah and Dream Doll, and then put them all together and see can they all come together. They weren't at the point where all four of them needed to be in a room together. So, good idea, but it was just wrongly executed. Bianca, I understand you can't stand that bitch, but like I've been saying, you're going to have to learn how to control your goddamn temper, bitch, okay? You're going to have to learn how to sit your ass there and just take what people say sometimes, regardless of whether you like it, regardless of whether they tell the truth, and use your motherfucking words instead of just getting up and trying to beat a bitch ass, even though I would have beat that bitch ass too, okay? But still, you trying to prove a point to this bitch Yandy. Yandy already got it out for your ass, and let me just go on that shit. Dream Dog, you coming up here talking about some twinkle, twinkle, little thigh. That's why I stole your spot. Okay, and here go Mariah, bitch. And I'm finna ride your nigga safari face. So the fuck what? And that's what got her hype. That's really what got Dream Doll hype. And I was like, Dream Doll, you could have shut the fuck up. You ain't have to say a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So what are you getting mad for? Safari really was never your nigga. So stop tripping. Stop playing games. And Yandy, let me tell you something. Yandy sits back and she talks to, they take not Dream Doll, they take Bianca and Mariah out, but she sits back and she talks to Bree and she talks to Dream Doll. and calmly and say, I really wanted you guys to come on this trip. I wanted everyone to come, but I just can't have all this stuff. But you guys can still come. Here go Drinda. I just can't be around people they can't control themselves. That's gonna make me do this and gonna make me do that. And I'm just sitting here like, Yandy, you're full of shit. You're really full of shit, and you really do not know how to stay neutral in the situation. Remy Ma, you kind of full of shit too. I'm gonna tell you why. You said seeing how Mariah just did what she did, I can't even work with her no more like that, like I wanted to. They don't understand where this beef shit is going and all this stuff, and what can happen and the consequences, and when you continue to do shit. This is coming from the bitch, and it's no shade to my Remy stance and Nikki stance. I ain't taking sides, but I'm calling shit for what it is because I love them both, all right? But the thing of the matter is, Remy, you're still taking shots till this day at Nikki. Nikki is still in your motherfucking mouth. So why the fuck you can't work with Mariah? What's the difference? What is the fucking difference? Because you ain't up here trying to beat Nikki's ass or whatever the fuck, but you still got girl, anyway, I thought that was a fucking cop-out. But, Yandy, you a fake-ass bitch. You already chose your side. Just like in the Jonathan versus Bianca shit, you believed him over Bianca already. You already had it in your mind that Bianca was on some foul shit. That's why y'all relationship going the way that it's gone. You are a bad mentor. You are just not good at what you're supposed to be doing, okay? That's just what it is. And, yeah, Bianca is to blame for her own damn actions, but Yandy, you ain't the best, okay? And you already had it set up in your mind who you wanted to come on this trip. You want to make it seem like you was going to invite all of them and that you really wanted all of them. But, bitch, look who you really sat down and talked to once again. You went and talked to them, okay? So, yeah, I see right through your bullshit, okay? I see right through it. Granted, I get it. Bianca's supposed to be like a little sis to you, but you ain't the one that's going after her and trying to calm her down and sit her down and tell that bitch to stop the shit. Okay? You're not trying to give her stern talking to. You gave up on her. Who went out there with her? Juju. But you supposed to be her big sis, right? Oh, okay. Then Remy, you going over there talking to Pap, and Pap like, well, if this happened because, Bianca is like a little sis to Remy, that's very disrespectful and all that shit. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? All this disrespect. Y'all disrespect each other each and every day. Who cares? Pap was like, bitch, you ain't going to St. Martin because you still got to do the in vitro. She was like, okay, if my husband want me not to go, well, I'm going to do what my husband say. That's what my husband say, so that's what I'm going to do. I said, bitch, are you dumb? You gonna let this nigga tell you what to do? She was like, hell the fuck yeah, because I got a fucking ring on it. I said, okay, y'all can quit bullshit with this in vitro shit because they still trying. Anyway, I'm just saying. Next thing, we see Jonathan at the club meeting up with Anais. This used to be their little spot back in the day before her career used to be popping. And, he want to invite her to go to St. Martin's. And when she was just saying everything's cool, everything that, and then all of a sudden he was like, Yandy got this trip going to St. Martin's. It was like, Yandy. I said, bitch. The way Anais said that, I felt that shit because I was like, Anais be on some dumb shit, okay? But in this moment, I was here for what she said right here when she said, Yandy has a way of looking down on people as if she's better than them. And that is all she's been showing for the past few seasons. As if she's better than every fucking body. Like you ain't got no nigga that's in jail that you playing jailbird wife too. Like you ain't fake a whole ass marriage, bitch. Girl, fuck out of here. But when Yandy popped up, Yandy was looking at Anais up and down like, who the fuck is this? She don't really want the bitch on a trip. You heard what she said in the confessional, my trip is falling apart. The girls that I wanted to come can't come. Then Jonathan inviting Anais. I don't really know much about this bitch, but maybe he can keep that hoe in check. That's basically what she said. I'm paraphrasing, okay? I'm interpreting. Anais get up there to do some song. I said, okay, girl. They full of shit. Everybody. So, Yandy is a little stressed out from this whole planning of the trip because the trip ain't going the way that she thought it would. The girls can't come like she thought she would be able to put them all together. I gotta go wash my clothes. What they do? Anyway, So, you know, she was like, I need Remy to come through and to help me plan this shit and all this stuff. Remy came through and Remy was like, well, let me just tell you something. Pep said I can't go, so I'm not going to St. Martin's. And he was like, wait a minute, bitch, what? She was like, listen, bitch, we got to do in vitro, we got to do all this other stuff, and it's just a lot right now. I just can't do it right now. And I was like, oh well, okay. Next thing, you know, I think Yandy and Pap and not Pap, but what's his name? Safari and them, they had met up and he was like, yeah, my song doing good up in the islands and shit in Paradise. That's the name of the song. And they basically invited him to come. And he was like, you know, yeah, so I can get the girls on the remix and all this shit. And they can be at the islands and, you know, put some with my fur, put some coconut oil. I forgot that he do have his own coconut oil. That nigga. This the most I've seen him with his shirt on. Okay? I really have. But maybe because it's cold out there in New York. They up in the club, you know, he performing his little song and shit. And then Jaquay and Cayenne comes there. Juju is there. Next thing you know, he up there talking to Jaquay, goofy ass, about this whole remix and the song and shit, and how I'm gonna need you to put that little Jaquay sauce on that shit while we up in St. Martin's. I said, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. So plus ones can add plus ones? Plus ones are literally inviting plus ones on this goddamn trip. Who does that? They do, bitch. Cause who paying for this? Mona, you shelling out a lot of cash for this shit, huh? All right. But anyway, he was like, he ain't finna be the only nigga going. So that's what's going on with that. Then we get the scene with Navarro. He dealing with Fetty Wap. Y'all remember when Fetty Wap got the DUI for the DUI and drag racing in the street or whatever the fuck. So he dealing with that because he is his lawyer. And then he gets a phone call from Ashley telling him to meet down at the you know, doctor's office. And she hasn't been talking to him ever since she cussed his ass out about him possibly cheating on her, and he feeling a type of way about that and how that exploded in his face. And then when they get there, Ashley thick ass, you know, that is anyway, I still this bitch. But that's what Ashley's do. Anyway, she apologized. She was like, you know, with my hormones and shit, and you know, I just didn't play the situation well, and I apologize, and I really want you to be here for us, for my baby. He was like, bitch, I baby. She was like, I baby. I said, okay. So correction, Juju wasn't at the thing. So you know, we gonna exit that out. I stand corrected. I just think that, girl. But who gives a shit? Yandy chose who the fuck she wanted to choose. So you know, she talking to Juju. Juju getting packed. She looking like, bitch. Wait a minute. We only gonna be there for 36 hours. So what the fuck is going on? Why you need all this shit? And so Juju was like, look, I was at the club with Safari. He invited Jaquay. Yandy like, I guess, fuck it. You know, we gotta watch him. We gotta watch Anais and all this shit. And then she started sitting down there telling her what happened at the little sit down and what didn't go off the way that it was supposed to be. And, you know, she was like, I was so disappointed in Bianca because she was the ringleader. Bianca was not the ringleader. Bianca was not the ringleader. Yes, she was the first bitch to get up and throw a hit, if you want to put it that way, say it that way. But what popped that off? Don't make it seem as if the girl just came out the blue, came up in that bitch, and then just went right towards that girl and tried to pop Brie. That's not what happened. Brie came out her neck and her calling her thought, and then she snapped off. Granted, like I said, she should have been able to control herself and shouldn't have had to reach that level of physicalness at that point, but it wasn't her that was the ringleader. And she was like, I'm not mad at Mariah because it was more so like a loyalty type of thing, but it's just stupid. The whole thing is stupid. All I'm asking is to place blame equally because Bianca is not innocent in this. Brie is not innocent. Dream Doll is not innocent. And Mariah is not innocent. And then Mariah sits down and have a little sit with DJ Cell. And once again, he trying to put all this shit on her. And it's like, she didn't do nothing. Okay, it wasn't her fault. She didn't do nothing. And no, I'm not trying to be team this, team that. I'm just standing up for and calling out what the fuck it is. Like, it's just stupid how y'all just put it on one person. That bitch didn't do shit, okay? She didn't say nothing until she reacted to a reaction somebody had and once again brought her in it, okay? So that ain't her problem and all that shit. Whatever the fuck. And DJ Sell talking about some Safari gonna be down there in St. Martin's. This is your last chance to prove yourself that you can, control your temper and all that shit. So therefore you're gonna be down there. Get on this song with him. She thinking it's just gonna be her. He was like, no, it's gonna be a whole bunch of people there. But on the song, it's like a relief, charity song or whatever. And so the only person that you probably have a problem with is Brie because she'll be there. Now, at this moment, I'm guessing Dream Doll not going to be there either. So, okay, that's fine with me. And she was like, okay, for fucking charity, we can do it. Let me just tell you this, Mariah. I don't give a fuck if you got no talent or not. People probably say Cardi B ain't got no talent and all that shit. But see, Cardi B left and did the best thing that she could do. And that was leave DJ Self and move on to something else. Somebody who can actually elevate her career. All right? And you need to do the same thing, okay? Because you're still stuck in the same fucking position you were before Cardi got on this show and after she left this show. You're still scrapping for scraps, okay? You are still fighting for the little scraps of attention and try to get a semblance of a fucking career because of this motherfucker. Move on to better, okay? Just move on. So everyone is coming to St. Martin's. We got, Yandy gonna be in a villa with Jonathan, Anais, and Bree. So they over there in a villa, and we got Yandy, Jonathan, and Bree fixing the relief packages, which I don't understand why y'all ain't even already had that shit done before y'all got there. But okay, they trying to make it seem like they really doing something. I got a question, serious question, because Yandy was like, with all the devastation that was going on with the hurricanes and stuff, you don't realize what they're going through until you actually touch down and you see it with your own eyes. Correct me if I'm wrong, probably wrong, but I thought Yandy was Haitian. And the only reason why I'm saying that is she Haitian or not? Because I'm like, why not, if you're Haitian, why not go over there to help Haiti? Because Lord knows Haiti's still suffering from the goddamn earthquake that they had years ago. You know what I'm saying? I get it, I'm not, no shame, no hate to St. Martin, because like I said, everybody needs it and all the help is welcome. I just had the question. Either she's Haitian or Mendici's Haitian. They island folks, okay? They all island folks. And I'm surprised a lot of people didn't realize that Juju was an Afro-Latina. Okay, a few of them on this show is Afro-Latinas and stuff too. Amara La Negra ain't the first one that's on. Oh, we'll get that later. Miami. But anyway, moving on. So, Anais come out in her little savage one piece bathing suit. Do I feel like Anais was being a little bit over the top? Just a little bit. She said, bitch, I'm finna get this drink. Oh, pink is what I like. No one wants to have the idea of coming to a place for one specific idea and that's what we're going to do, and then someone else comes on the trip and they're doing the complete opposite. No one wants to be doing all the work while another person is just sitting there lounging, not doing shit. So I get the frustration that Jonathan and Yandy were having, but I feel like Jonathan was doing too fucking much. He hyped that shit up. Oh my god, bitch, what are you doing? Look at what you got on. Bitch, shut the fuck up, okay? Just tell her to go put some shorts on. You know how your friend is, so why are you acting surprised? You already know how she feels. And at the beginning, when they first had that little sit down with Yandy, she said that I feel like you stole my best friend. Yandy talked about something, you acting like you from third grade or whatever stuff. Grow the fuck up. And then next thing you know, them two get into it, and I was confused as to why Yandy brought up the whole thing about, wasn't you the one that did this shit and told her whole family about the little orgies that you had? And she was like, if you was real best friends or whatever, you would know about. See, my friends know about all my penises. Now let me tell you something. Penises, more than one, meaning all the penises that she fucked, okay? I caught on to that real quick. Yandy was being shady by asking her, do you have a penis? Basically implying that she looked like a man or probably is a man. I caught on to that. But Anais, you was doing a little bit much, okay? Bitch, you knew you weren't down there to just lounge in no goddamn pool. You was there to fucking help. So, that's why you got what you got. Then we go over to the other villa where Mariah Lynn and Juju gonna be staying. We got Safari and Jaquay there. Jaquay then invited Cayenne. Cayenne is gonna come the next day because she's having babysitting issue. I'm so fucking confused. Yandy said they only gonna be down there for 36 hours. So if she coming the next day, bitch, you might as well just stay back up there in New York. What is the fucking point? Because it's a free trip, bitch. You get jet lag for a couple of hours. I don't get it, but all right. Once again, the plus ones is inviting plus one. When Ryan and Juju looking like, ain't this about a bitch? They was like, what the fuck? And it was like, well, Cell told me the ops is gonna be here, and I guess Bree the fucking ops, and Cayenne and Bree don't get along. So now we got that shit going on. I said, this don't make no sense. Juju said, bitch, either way, me and Mariah staying in this villa, and you niggas going to the hotel. Safari was like, bitch, ain't this about some shit? Safari and this guy, it is probably 100 degrees out there in goddamn St. Martin. And he got on his fucking fur. He said he's going to wear his fur in any type of fucking weather. I said, all right. And he said, you know what? Since y'all want me to go to the hotel, let me take this liquor right here. Shit, it matches my coat. I said, Safari, okay. So, Bianca is she in her feelings. She in her feelings because she found out that Mariah Lynn got invited to St. Martin's and Bree got invited to St. Martin. But she feels as though, which I do feel too, everybody was involved, so none of them should have been able to come. You are rewarding bad behavior all the way around. Let's be 100%, let's be real here, all right? And so, she has a little performance coming up, and she invites Hennessy, who just finished fashion school. Let me just say this. Hennessy is annoying as hell. I don't know. Something about, like, that is her, but I can take it from Cardi B. But Hennessy is just, she's annoying as hell. And I will have to say, though, that bitch did that shit on the Grammys last night, okay? That dress, I said, Hennessy, come through. And Hennessy knew what it was because she stood there like this. Get it. Get it all. And I was like, all right, put your chin down a little bit. She said, bitch, I'm here. I said, even if it's on your back of your sister, you here, girl. Whatever, you do you. So she just finished fashion school and she want her to help her pick out some stuff. And, Bianca was telling her what happened. And Hennessy was like, this shit is late, okay? Like, don't fuck that shit and just do what you gotta do. Okay? Whatever. Moving on. They at St. Martin's, they handing out food to the kids and all this shit. I'm surprised Anais was out there. She was like, it's nice and this is what they need to do. But Anais must have stood out there for a good 5 minutes and said, bitch, I'm done. She went over there to speak to Yandy and I said, here we go. Anais, you just made me really agree with Yandy, and that's fucked up, okay? You need to grow the fuck up with this. Jonathan's my friend, though. He was my friend first and all this shit. You just not knowing him. Girl, who gives a shit, okay? And like Yandy did say, this ain't the time nor the place. You ain't done shit today, so, fuck it. It was just stupid. It was a pointless ass scene because they ain't getting nowhere. That was Love and Hip Hop, y'all.